Alright, this is for a YouTube user that was requesting me to make this video here about this, basically this tailgate that's technically a piece of shit, but it will do for now, I guess. Nothing bolts up right. As you can tell, it looks okay from the outside. That's a good thing. I guess that's what really counts. But bad thing is the way they got this hole here. There's nothing behind it that actually could bolt to for your door lock, or not your door lock, your hatch lock, should I say. There's nothing to actually behind it. Like there's a holes there, but they're not lined up where they need to be. And in order to fix that, I would say I would probably have to cut a hole, refiberglass it, and make the right spots for it. But what I am going to do in the mean for now, till I actually get a true seibon or a VIS tailgate, is I'm going to put one of those password JDM caps that go right here that they normally use for right here for the wiper. I'm just going to use that same cap that they use here and put it right here, because it actually locks from the inside, and it's not like the other grommets that just kind of push in. So the password JDM one, and it's about $30 for it, so it's not too bad. And I might have to make this hole a tiny bit bigger, but I don't think much bigger than that. But that's what I'm doing with that hole as far as that goes. And then, this is pretty much the fitment here. As far as, overall fitment, I mean, on the outside is okay. As far as the inside, this actual lock right here fitted really tight, and matter of fact, I can't even use that, so I'm actually going to take that out, and I'm going to show you guys why I can't use that here in a minute. But I'm going to take this out and just delete it and not even have anything there. The only one you do actually have to use is going to be this one here that holds the glass shut, and of course you have to use that, if not your glass won't be shut. That one there was okay. It was actually a little bit off, and as you can see, I had to put washers right here to lift it to make it the right space, so the glass would actually hook to right there. So I had to put spacers. I put a extra washer down there on the bottom between this and there, so I could bring this up higher so I could actually latch, because I had it flat and it wouldn't latch whatsoever. So that was one of the problems there. And then of course, as far as the sides here, for it to hook right here and the hooks, I notched that out and even carved the inside of it. I don't know if you can see here. I cut the inside of it right here, and I kept on cutting and cutting, trying to make it work, and all I was doing was making it worse, and it just never worked out, period. I could not possibly imagine that would work out right. In order to do this right, I would say that you would have to cut all this out and refiberglass it yourself, and then put your holes back in there for your hinges and stuff. And the reason why it wasn't working is because the rods, it was pushing the lock inside here too far in and not leaving it enough out, and the rod was actually too long, which I could have cut them and made them shorter, but still, even at that, I don't believe it would have worked. And it was just, I just don't believe it would have worked. So how I did it is I went to right here. I don't know if you can see this real good. I went to right here where you actually put the strap, for the tailgate to drop down. It won't go so it won't go but so far, and it holds the tailgate from going all the way down on the bumper. And it's the one where the strap goes into. The one where the strap goes into is the one I put the bolt through, and then I made this little bracket right here and put it in the same spot right here where the strap actually goes to. So the strap actually goes from here to here. That's where the strap actually goes, and then you drop the tailgate and it won't go so far. But it, like I said, the lock didn't work out, and I had to make it where the tailgate was not just going to fly open, or anybody else could just open it whenever they want to. So this way kind of sucks, because you can't actually open the tailgate, but you can open the glass. But really, in reality, you need the glass more to open than you really need the tailgate. Most people are really going in and out of their hatch through the glass more than tailgate. So this will work for the meanwhile, like I said, until I get a seibon or VIS. But this bracket here was basically all it is an exhaust bracket or exhaust hanger bracket. You could buy this at Advance or AutoZone, and they sell in a roll, and it just comes like in, I don't know how to describe it, just comes in a roll, and just kind of unroll it and just cut the piece, cut it as big as you want it to. But that's basically how I did it there. But everything else worked out fine, I guess. I do know the tail lights, I had a little bit of problem, didn't want to fit in there right. And one thing I did have to do is these holes right here. I don't know if I'm trying to move this out of the way so you can actually see it. Anyways, there's like a little nub of the tail light right there. It was actually off, so it wouldn't let the tail light go all the way in like it's supposed to from the outside, because that hole wasn't big enough. So all I did was round that hole a little bit bigger so I could push my tail light all the way back in there like it's supposed to be. Trying to think what other problems I had here. There's some crazy wiring going on right now because I converted this completely over. I had to change the whole harness from the inside, from the front to the rear, inside the cab here. But yeah, basically that's it. I mean, I had to do the same thing on this side here. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it real good, but I just made the hole a little bit bigger so that pin will come through. Because see, that's all it was doing, stopping that pin from coming through, which was making the tail light from the outside pop out too far. And that's pretty much it. And then right there is where I did it on this side too. So I did it right there, I did it right there. I just made it pretty tight. It's definitely not gonna pop open or anything. I'll show you here. I could actually grab it and see, it won't even budge, it won't move at all. I mean, there's no way it'll come out. So it definitely won't fly out when you're going down the road. But I think for the one user that wanted me to do this video, I hope this helps you out. Maybe even give you a better idea. I don't know, but that's just the idea I came up with. It took me a while to come up with it. I know it was a pretty simple idea, but it took me a little while because I was trying to think of the best way to do it, because I technically wanted to open and close, but no matter what way I looked at it, it just wasn't happening. That's pretty much it. And as you can tell, the glass closes there, see? So, and that's pretty much it. Just like I said, I bought this one on eBay for $240, and there was a reason why it was that cheap, and as you could tell why it was that cheap. And that's pretty much it. I would have took it back, but I didn't think the problem was that bad, and then I started cutting into it, and I cut into it too much, and there was no way I knew that would take it back. So if not, I would have sent it back. But that's it for now. If you got for the user that was actually trying to figure out how to do this, if you have any more questions about how I did this, just let me know, and I'll try to help you out the best I can. Alright, later, bye.